Welcome to MAGFest is Ustabaya. I am the sexiest thing in this state. Oh, I'm sorry, you're not an official state. Oh, I am Takahata 101, and this is...
You already know who I am. Because when Taka and Cranky went to the savage lands of Shaolin, climbed the tallest mountain and found the Black Temple, they asked for one man, the Shogun of the Road, Marcellus Black.
This man is a creator. He is like a god, and he has a few words he'd like to say to all of you.
Leo loves his waifus. I
There's so many butt cracks. That was amazing. I'm so happy.
Damn! What the hell? That was rough.
That was some bullshit. That knee hurt.
You were ready to defect today, but I guess...
Yeah, I just fucking look.
Oh, he's got the shirt on. But I guess they didn't want you.
I'm supposed to defect, but that fucker hurt me for real.
I'm glad you enjoyed that kayfabe segment of our panel.
Thank you all for coming out and welcome. MAGFest, you guys, thank you for coming out. This is the best con every year consistently. Thank you guys so much for having us.
Tired.
So the truth is, we only prepared that bit.
We can make it. It'll be fine.
It'll be fine. Yeah, like Willie says, this is our third MAGFest. It's the best con. It might have the best audience as well. What do you guys think? That's how you cheat pop, Brennan, so you know. Okay, awesome.
That was the cheapest pop I've ever heard. Here in the United States of America!
That was pretty good too.
So usually what we do,
What do we do?
if you've been out to one of our panels before, we like to take you down memory lane and kind of talk about what we've recently been up to.
No, I meant.
And
Precious.
it's been a while since we've done one of these. There was a con that happened in between now
The
and
last con we did, we had 7 people attend our panel. 5 of which we knew personally. That was great.
So we're just gonna pretend that that didn't happen, and let's get into, I guess, what we've been up to. Sound good?
So bear with us, we have a little, kind of a weird technical setup.
We're using a laptop from the 50s, you see.
We got a little tiny baby movie.
You got a little video. You gonna play a little video?
Oh man, it's
You
not
gonna
gonna
crash
work.
Windows?
It's gonna crash. Yeah, that's,
Yeah, that's the
let's
way
try
we-
that again.
Yeah.
Maybe get rid of the video that exists. Oh, this is what I wanted. This is the quality you've come to expect. There you go. Let's talk about Let's Plays. What is our first Let's Play? Final Fantasy X. I'm pretty sure it's the most perfect LP in the world. All decisions have been perfectly min-maxed, I believe.
You've never died.
I've never died.
Uh-oh.
Oh, what?
A new episode was recorded.
Oh,
We might have died.
You might have died.
Dude, guys, it's the best. We get
the
so
best.
big for our britches and start talking mad shit.
Man, it's a perfect LP, never died. Oh,
And you get ruined by nothing,
But
right?
fucking nothing.
I got killed by nothing, it's true.
Please look forward to it.
Please look forward to it. I'm learning a lot in this LP how this should have been a Let's Watch. Instead of... Oh no! What? Wait, what's that? Oh, wait, oh, that's not supposed to... Oh, it's going away.
Oh, phew.
That was close. Oh. But yeah, Final Fantasy X. How are you enjoying your first
Honest-
tour through the world of Spirit?
On a scale from 1 to Blitzball. A Blitzball.
But yeah, like this like to be serious though, this is one of those moments where like Wooly experienced it and Pat experienced it. I'm sure I think Liam probably got some of it, and Metal Gear Solid 5. But like this is like one of those LPs where I'm like, I just want to play it and have fun. Oh, I'm not allowed to play it for fun. I gotta play it the exact way that potentially 600,000 people want me to play it.
You're playing their memories. So
I'm playing their memories, so there is
Now,
that.
I will say though, like, as someone who went in not knowing much, I am blown away by all these characters and like the twists and turns and the developments that people are going through. My favorite thing now is like Tidus going from being an idiot to being super smart. He knows everything that's going on.
He actually starts coming up with ideas that are like, why is Tidus the smartest person now?
It's amazing. It's amazing.
But doesn't he just kick a bomb and his head blows up or something?
Eventually.
That doesn't sound very smart.
Apparently, yeah. Some people believe that.
Yeah.
Rumor.
But no, like I have faith that LPs of like an FF game in the past would be like, that's crazy, never. You can never LP that. But like the pace at which this goes and the fact that every episode has so much
Crazy shit.
I'm totally have faith.
Do you remember what our favorite kind of moment is? Well, I'm not, like we talked about a little bit, but I think it came out already. It's just, yeah, I think I'll try this shooting star overdrives. See what that does. That was fucking awesome because I didn't even know that happened. That was like one of those. That's the thing is that even though I played FF10 a bunch, like when I was a wee lad, and I'm seeing stuff that I never saw, so it's really fun.
So yeah, the race war continues.
For me, it's just a countdown to 10-2, really.
It's just a countdown to 10. What else we got?
Wait, were there any other?
I didn't put this on the list. I don't know who did.
I think Matt,
Not me.
I think Matt actually put it on the list.
I think you actually put it on the list.
Well, it doesn't really matter.
Let's talk about it.
Let's agree to disagree.
Let's talk about Ultra Despair Girls.
Oh. Thank you.
I love
Thank you, man. That was a trip. So we learned one really valuable lesson during Despair Girls, and that's if the game is out anywhere in the world before North America, we need to sit down and play it for a few hours before we do a full LP.
you. Going in cold, not always a great idea.
Yeah, going into it, all we had heard was that the writing was about as good as the others, and that the game was 10 to 15 hours long, and that it was like a solid shooter. And coming out of it, it was apparent that the writing was worse than the others. It was a really bad shooter, and it was like 20 plus hours long or something.
And I feel like there's only so long we could go on going, but the first two were really good, guys, we swear. It's
Yeah.
like, we introduced everyone to the worst possible entry into the series. I feel bad about that.
No,
More than
exactly.
anything.
It didn't go well. We
But it's over. We stuck with it because we don't back down from it.
we don't back down. We don't back down. We fill our plate with beautiful shit. We're gonna eat it away.
I was gonna answer.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's real. What else we got? What type of liar do you say that everyone in the world should aspire to be?
An honest
liar! And if they have time to be filthy, poverty, crime. Game of Thrones, I don't think I've had more fun playing something that no one really cared all that much about. The game specifically. The most fun I've had was that last session where I think, you shouldn't do this in adventure games when you play them or just LP them or anything, but don't just say fuck it and just start making willy-nilly decisions like I did. If you want the most optimal experience for a story. But for LPing, it was the best. Everything was so much more fun. Everything we came up with that last session, the gigantic ball of children that they throw at their enemies, the Boltons, driving around in
Sick ATV burnouts by the Bolton
so
training their
good.
funerals.
The Foresters, oops, all dead. So much of that was so strong, and we were losing interest in playing it just because it was so mediocre.
It was telltale formula being felt 3 times over.
Yeah.
Because I think we enjoyed Wolf Among Us quite a bit.
Yeah, definitely.
And, we all saw Walking Dead Season 2 and stuff, and we're kind of getting used to the adventure game formula. So here you had it with something that, it wasn't bad. It just kind of ended up falling in the middle by the end of it.
And because they have to fall in line with a property that they can't take any actual real risks, any characters outside the characters that get 10 minutes of...
Yeah. Then that guy can't die. So
exactly.
They just had the Foresters, right, to go crazy with, and that was it?
No, and then the White House.
White House.
But nobody important at all.
The White House, yes.
But still though, I had a huge blast the last couple of sessions we did on that, and I just want to put that in there just because it's we actually do have something to say about it. Otherwise, there's not much to say.
It'll probably never get talked about again, but speaking of blasts.
I never found the dong in the end. Did you know?
We all offered to help you out.
Except that I know for a fact you don't like Donkey Kong Country all that much, and you don't prefer
No,
it.
to find the dong.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Except that we actively deleted progress off your computer whenever you'd save. We'd sneak in and delete this LP to make it not happen.
Wait, is that real?
Yeah.
I was like, that's really neat.
All those files I lost.
But yeah, I had fun doing this. It's a little thing I really wanted to do, and like I'm not gonna ask and like kind of like if I really want to do an LP or if Wooly really wants to do an LP, like is Wooly gonna force reboot on people? No. Oh no, I mean like other people to play it with him. He's putting that on his shoulders, and while this is like a fun game, like no one really had any interest, but I still really want to do it, and I had fun doing it, and thanks to my big bro Cranky for helping out on that one part. I appreciated that. But yeah, it's a fun little thing, and I just kind of want to do it. I'm glad anyone that took the time to look at it. Thanks very much.
Best game, 6 on 10.
Liam, why don't you take this?
This game was a lot of fun. This was super fun. I think me and Matt were the only people in the United States and Canada, all of North America, who were excited for this game ever since announcement. Right, Matt?
Yeah.
Yeah, for like 4 years we've been looking forward to this, and we finally got our hands on it after the 0 on 10 reviews, and it's great.
I like the condor dives.
The Condor dives? Yeah, that was really fun. That took a long time to edit. After a while of hearing them, it just blurs into nothing.
Yeah. For my part, though, I was pretty like disappointed with this game in like the sense that it wasn't crazy enough. It wasn't what I assumed it was going to be, and it was just after like a couple hours, like after the third hour, it just kind of becomes a shooter and not a great one. And then it kind of redeems itself with that final boss fight. But
the last boss, yeah.
You love the bosses in this game.
2 of the bosses in this game are some of the like worst bosses I've played against in many years. They were awful. The second one, at least we found a strategy that was consistent, but it still wasn't fun. And like the last boss was a huge plus, but it ended too soon. And
the journey of Oatmata Itagaki was also worthy of note. But yeah, like this was kind of an experiment where we got the European version. And I was like, why don't we see like what happens when we have an LP that's not available in our like country, like a
do it early,
and put it out. Can we get really good views? No, we can't.
Give him a hand.
Yeah. Moving on. Oh, what's it?
Sex. Have a sex. Yeah.
No,
Don't play that one.
This is your playlist.
Yes, no, it's not. Move on to the next video. Come on, it's kids. There you go.
Yeah. Best game.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I think this needs to begin with like the story of the luck of us even having the ability to play this.
Yeah.
So, like, Matt bought it right when it went up on PSN, and I remember I was going to, and then before we knew it, it was gone. And Matt just happened to have bought it and downloaded it.
But before like we even got to that, like he was asking like, "Oh, dudes, we gotta play it. Will you?
Yeah.
Anytime now.
It's
we gotta
true.
come over."
I forgot about that.
And we dodged and ducked and rolled and hid.
I wanted to, but he didn't ask me.
And then the news came out that it was getting pulled off the store, and it's like, well, fuck, now we have to do it.
This one was like we were starting to play this, and we were like, oh, it's going to be like a one-off, an hour one-off.
Yeah.
It was, but it was also a full LP somehow. And Liam, to his credit, we were like, all right, we're done. Liam was like, no, just a little bit further.
Just keep going.
I can do it, boss. And I'm like, no.
I can
let's
handle
just
it.
Stop.
I'm glad we pushed through to the end though, because like that game is unfinished. That game is so unfinished, and
But we finished it.
yeah, exactly. But you can just see it fall apart at the seams every time we do anything.
I haven't done the research, but like, are we the only LP of?
No.
Are there other people that have put it out?
I'd assume
Ours is the best
not, but we have to check the stats.
Yeah.
But this was still really fun to do. It was one of the, I think it's like the only LP that's all 4 of us that's not like a beat 'em up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. I really wish the second part would have come out. Just that one. Not the third one. Just the second one.
Oh shit!
The poop storm.
Can't say that on TV.
Don't get people upset.
Don't get people upset. Shitstorm every year. Really interesting thing about this Shitstorm is that I start building the list for the Shitstorm when the current Shitstorm, we're still recording it. Because you have to do it really far in advance. And yeah, as you guys know, we tried a few different things here and there. We tried full, like, little mini LPs. We tried lots of stuff, and I still prefer the classic, like, 31 games. But, you know, I kind of learned a lot putting the list together, and me and Pat going through this stuff, is that, like, you can't keep doing the same, like, if you do an LPs or anything really creative, you can't really keep doing the exact same things. You want to change things in little ways, and kind of the general feedback, I don't know how everyone here feels, is that a pretty good storm of shit this was, the fourth one, but we could have varied the games a little bit. There was a lot of first-person indie games that were barely finished, a lot of early access things. Of course, Spooky's House of Jump Scares was a notable exception, and stuff like Lakeview Cabin Collection and Nightmare Creatures, and there's lots of good stuff in there, but the overall response is, and some people are like, you don't have to play scary games all the time, why don't you play like horror games in the sense like Blood, the old first-person shooter that has like zombies and things, and you don't have to play stuff that's just, oh, geez, jump scare every single time. Because that's what people kind of got tired of. So.
People think that I'm at the bottom of the barrel with fighting games for FNFs, but you've lived at the bottom of the barrel.
The barrel is infinite.
For scary games?
I was born in it. But yeah, the Shitstorm is like kind of my favorite thing that we do. I love doing it. I love working with like cool artists that have made all the cool intros. Phil Dagrash, who produced lots of stuff.
Phil's the best.
Yeah, he's the best. He made that intro, and just Shitstorm's the best. I love it. And I always want to make it better, improve it, and stuff. And Liam's always throwing me like weird Japanese.
When's Corpse Party? When's Corpse Party? Every year.
Yeah, but if I invite you to play thing, you'll just trash. You'll viciously murder something in Pat's apartment again.
Yeah. I'll touch his screen. Oh.
That's so scary.
He sold that TV. He got rid of that TV.
That day.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's one of your most cherished memories.
Yeah. Yours too.
What else we got? Oh. Where are we going? I watched that again like a week ago, just like I was feeling low, and I just watched it again, laugh my ass off.
It's really good.
Magic. I had a blast. I overall had a blast doing this. There were some peaks, there were some valleys.
It only was able to go as smooth as it did because Liam knew exactly where to go and what to do.
Yeah.
So that we didn't have to think about that too much and just coasted on commentary.
If I hadn't pre-played that game, it would have taken
way worse,
almost twice as long, and it would have been terrible. Bad. Or out the middle. Like, it would have been really bad.
But it sucks because it kind of, like, I remember Star Fox Adventures being just awesome. And
Yeah, because you played the first like
I played the
quarter
first
of
2
the game,
hours.
and the first quarter is like pretty good.
Oh my god, that reveal at the end with Falco.
Well,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, when Falco shows up and stuff.
I just,
I'm glad you never found out until then. And then Andros. Like,
then fucking Andros.
I'm glad you never knew.
Yeah, no, the other, wait, what thing with Andros?
we're the last boss.
I haven't seen
Wait, what?
that look like Andros.
Okay, I didn't know that was gonna happen.
Wooly actually didn't do anything. It just auto-played at that moment. So Matt has been timing this perfectly.
That was amazing.
I baked that into the picture.
How did you know I was gonna say that exactly at that
I
moment?
just figured you would. Wow. If you want me to be honest, I was kind of spinning wheels. I was like, yeah. The other thing about Star Fox,
Just waiting for
just
it.
waiting for it.
Wow.
Yeah, that worked out.
It's great to get surprised in my own panel.
And the fact that like the lore has continued into other LPs, that's when you know it's strong. Where are we going? And
Dun, dun, dun. That's too loud. I think one thing that we all consider like a success is even if you didn't have like a super good time playing some games or you had a good time or whatever, if you get lore, if you squeeze things out of a stone, if and lore droplets come down.
If something sticks, it's totally worthwhile. But like, it was a blast to play. And at the end, where we started seeing how the game had to be rushed,
where the money stopped,
and it was so
was it like Alan Barrington?
Alan was just building levels in hours, exactly. Like not like fucking what was the fucking samurai game? We just talked about it. Not like Afro Samurai, where it was actually unfinished, but it was like Alan scrapped it together in an afternoon. And it was terrible.
General Scales, you never get anything.
The fight with General Scales, where you do nothing.
And General
press A and it
Scales is
ends.
so cool. Sucks.
What a disappointment.
What a disappointment.
So, like some of our other LPs, this is one of those ones where Matt's been looking forward to this game for a long time. I think me and Matt were pretty hyped ever since it was a move game.
Yeah, no, I was when and I was even hyped where I didn't even think the game was gonna come out.
Yeah.
Usually you're optimistic about that, and for some reason, for this one specifically, I'm like, it's gonna come out. Yeah, I haven't heard anything about it for 2 years. It's gonna for sure come out.
But Move died so hard that it was like, is it gonna come out? And Matt, every year before the Shitstorm, would message these guys, even before the game was re-announced, and ask, is there anything? Is there anything? I wanna get it.
I'll take whatever you have.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll take your concept art and play that.
I'll play the concept art. I'll tape it to Pat's chest and have fun.
I still don't get how you tripped over your dick into that perfect ending.
I made mistakes. Like there was one thing where I said, "Fuck it, I want someone to die now."
And
it was
you-
Emily.
and
I
you
had
unkilled
Matt
them.
toss her off or whatever to kill her, and she still survived. It was amazing. Good stuff. This was like one of my favorite LPs of the year, just because it was so exciting to see a game actually nails a decent length, 6, 7 hours, and actually reveal new things and not get the same boring sort of it's just a killer. Oh wait, there's more than that. Oh wait, there's more than that. So it was really, really exciting fun to LP this game. It's like top runner for
One of your
my
favorites?
favorite LPs that you've done. It's in the top 10.
It's really satisfying too when we bet on a horse months in advance and
it works out.
and then people love it. And not just our fans, but the game hits. It happened with Life is Strange as well, where we bet really hard on that one, and bam, it worked. But then you get Danganronpa and Metal Gear at the same time, and you're like, So you win some, you lose some. That was one of them.
What age was that under?
What age?
What age was this under? Does anyone know?
The Silver Age.
Age of Garbage?
The garbage. Yeah.
Not bad. Not bad.
That was really fun.
Next.
Talk about the zeitgeist, man.
jeez.
This is the first post Undertale con we've been to.
Yeah.
And God, you can see it.
Some people saw me dressed as Sans earlier today, so.
Well, you go to Temmie Chang's booth in the dealer room.
Yeah.
It says Temmie Chang, artist of Undertale. You don't even need to look at the rest of the booth because you can fill in the rest. Sold out. And she's not even there. It's just an empty booth now.
Or playing the Temmie remix in the lobby stage.
Yeah.
And the first thing we hear is people yelling, "Hoy!"
Yeah.
As we walk in.
Undertale LP is really, really kind of special because sometimes you get into a groove of I gotta play more of this game, There's probably a time or two where I was just I just want to get to the end just to see what it is and what happens and everything. And I personally really, really enjoyed everything that came out of it. I had a really good time playing it. Although there was anyone that plays Undertale now, there's apparently correct ways to play. You should do this, you should do that. That's just because people are so passionate about it. And I really Undertale really, like a lot of people, really struck a chord with me. And
I mean, it clicked, yeah.
It really sort of clicked. Like almost like every enemy I love, or you know, every bit of dialogue I liked. So I really enjoyed doing this with Liam. I think ultimately he should have probably played it. It would have been a little bit better than me.
I did that one music bit. That was
but
fun.
you would have like aced all the shmup stuff, which I'm clearly not great at. But,
Maybe, but you did it. But you did it.
But I did it.
Yeah, exactly.
What I did learn from you guys playing this and then me playing it on my own was that like there's definitely a point that it's some games when you know they're good, like the comments in the audience is gonna hit you with it like a brick wall, and like you'll kind of never really have that magical discovery on your own kind of thing.
Yeah.
So you kind of
Like with the Souls games, yeah.
But at the same time, like you might have completely missed it otherwise. So
Like,
it's bittersweet. You know?
Ideally, you wish you were just like, wonder what this is.
I wish I
and
just
just
tripped
LP'd it
over.
and just chose to LP it right then and there, and then you would have like not gotten a lot of that, all those other voices. But
type of thing.
Of course, it's always special to
But
find something
it's
for yourself.
strong
Yeah.
enough that even after all that, like I said on the podcast,
Fucking fantastic game,
blew me
yeah.
away.
The further I get away from it, the more I feel fondly about it too.
I'm still listening to Megalovania remixes at home. I don't care. I don't care.
also, if that Toriel cosplayer is listening, you have my NES wallet. Again, another LP that would not be possible with the young Lima Bean if he was not around to show us the ropes and actually beat it.
Actually give it a shot. Yeah.
It was me, Wooly, and Pat. We're trying like one of the later levels and we just couldn't beat it. We couldn't
Back in
figure it
like
out.
2010.
2010.
Something like that.
And we called up James Small, who of course beat it.
Yeah.
Of course he beat
Without
it.
a doubt. Yeah,
And
yeah,
he's
yeah.
like, no, I didn't beat it. I'm like, but you programmed it. He's like, no, I didn't know. So this was really fun, just seeing the later stuff of the game and just talking about dumb political bullshit. I had a really good time. What did you think overall? I don't really get your impressions on this.
It was really fun, like, because I had to play the game at home, because Matt was like, there's no way, nobody's going to beat this game, nobody's going to beat this game. And I pre-played it at home so we could make sure we could beat the game. And it was so fun going through it the first time and like figuring out what weapons worked.
But Matt.
And it took a long time to figure out what the right weapons were, because I
Yeah.
can't read Japanese like fluently or anything. But it was really satisfying to find the right answer to every level, and then when we did the playthrough, everything went right, like I want to say 90% of the time, so it felt really satisfying. Plus the game itself, I had never really seen the cutscenes very much. I'd always like skip them and just watch the gameplay and stuff. So seeing the cutscenes for the first time during the LP was really satisfying. That game's really well written.
But why, Matt?
From Software's best game.
Why after all this time noise about Metal Wolf Chaos?
Why so much noise about
Yeah.
Metal Wolf Chaos?
If you guys didn't catch that,
We-
FromSoft
yeah, go ahead.
actually tweeted out why noise about Metal Wolf Chaos after the LP. And then someone pointed out like that the LP was happening, and then they just replied, what was it?
No, well, someone
The guy said it's some
Canadian
Canadian
celebrities live play, and then they went, oh, makes sense.
Oh, makes sense, exactly. So that's the result of that Let's Play. Oh, makes sense.
Yeah.
At which point then,
Devolver Digital started saying like, hey, we'll help you publish whatever
Yeah,
the fuck
yeah.
this thing is. Like,
God, wouldn't it be nice?
If we can make it to PAX East this year, I'm just gonna go up to the Devolver booth and just go, where is it at?
Yeah.
Where are we? Where's
What's
the progress?
We're at our first milestone.
we'll spritz you guys while you do your thing together.
Whatever you need to do.
Keep it moist.
What's next? Oh.
Oh god, I love Mirror's Edge so much. This was definitely one of those LPs that Pat and I, we talked about it long before, and it was
Yeah, like even like a year before. Remember, it was gonna happen. It was gonna happening.
but we're too scared to like get exposed on games we care about sometimes. And I
Yeah.
was like, I'm way out of practice, and I feel so bad every time I mess up in a game like this. Where I'm like,
Wow.
it used to be so tight. you know. But in the end, it worked out. It was fine. Like I just wanted to, you know, take a quick trip and like show everyone some tricks and stuff. And again, like in no way can I approach anything near a decent like record time on it. But at least I can kind of show off some weird stuff that the game had.
It's a really sick game.
Yeah. And then of course like with the announcement of Catalyst, Liam, you definitely said, okay, now's the time.
Yeah, now you have to do it because Catalyst is coming. Yeah. And if you wait beyond Catalyst, you've lost your chance.
Stop being a coward. Just sit out with Pat and do it.
Yeah.
You know? And, like, yeah, it was great. It was great.
It was like 6 parts, right?
It was 6 parts.
Yeah, it was short. 3 hour game, something like that.
Yeah, it was like just under 4 hours.
And there's all these comments like, is this the shortest LP? It's the shortest LP. And there's like 6 LPs you and I have done that like 2 parts.
Yeah.
There's 1 part LP. I forgot it.
Yeah, but no, like I said, like at the end of the game when we were done, I was like, okay, now I feel warmed up.
Yeah.
Now I'm actually ready to do it.
Doing a second LP of it entirely. Just redo the whole thing, scrap it all. I'm really glad to hear applause and not boos for this one. This one was...
Liam, why would they come to our panel to boo us?
Yeah. So, obviously I never touched the Souls games on the channel because I don't want to do them. I really liked the game that came before this one, and I said, I want to do this from day one. And so I got that experience of, hey, game with millions of fans, deal with it.
Yeah. No, I mean, all 4 of us showed up for that debut, and then Matt and I were just like, all right, the weight's on your shoulders.
Good luck. Good luck. Yeah. It was tough. It's really hard to play this game well and talk at the same time.
It's fine.
It's
fine.
It's fine. It's fine. Exactly.
Don't worry about it.
And like it was really hard sometimes because I'd rewatch the footage and I'd be like, oh my god, I fucking botched that so. Oh my god, I'm ruining it.
It's like looking at old pictures of you from like high school or something.
Yeah, no, exactly. But there was occasional bits where it was like absolutely killer. I was so happy I got it on video, but it was tough. It was a really fun, really long LP. And once we started getting to the latter half and like part 2, it became a little like weird, the pacing. Like in part 2, how you only unlock missions after doing side missions and stuff. But that we couldn't have possibly known. The game wasn't out in any region. Like we went at it blind, and I guess we paid for it. But I really liked that LP. I know a lot of people weren't so fond of the way I played it. I really liked it.
Well, I was enjoying the backseat of like you guys being like, okay, what's gonna happen now? And I was just
Wooly was
you
ahead.
guys
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
time. So like with the various like, you know, the Kikongo and the weird moments.
Yeah,
and
no
stuff,
Kikongo.
Like you guys were so confused, but like super still into it.
Yeah, no, we loved it, and the ending we really enjoyed. We really enjoyed the ending. At Pat, it like redeemed the game in a sense for him.
It's one of the craziest, strongest.
The ending is like it fixes stuff.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
It's so good.
No, we just got it.
Okay, you're good. Okay. So yeah, just a fantastic game. I had such a good time playing it, like a complete fool, running in and shooting around and stuff. I tried to sneak, but I just couldn't keep it up. So I don't know. I hope you guys liked it. I know I did. Thank you. If you don't like jump in front of the guns, nothing cool happens. So yeah, exactly. You brag about it. So we got any other video games? Or is that it?
Is that all? No, you do your Databayo.
Databayo.
There you go. Oh man, this took a shit quick.
Do you want to talk about?
Great.
Do you want to talk about why you're playing this specific game, Wooly?
Because I thought the Broken Bond, I don't know.
There was a lot of confusion.
Do you want Wooly's version or you want the truth?
No, because I found out the truth after. Because I thought...
Here's what it is, and like, it defends you, is that like, I was like, let's do Naruto Path of Ninja, it's 8 hours. Wrote that in some Facebook conversation, then like 2 weeks later, it was like, oh, yeah, Billy has that. And then I was like, okay, cool. And then we showed up to do it, and he just has the Broken Bond. And I'm like, I'm sure this is good too.
We need to put stuff on the calendar? Yeah.
And I also had thought you maybe said that in the conversation, but it's fine.
It's fine.
It's okay.
Because then I showed Liam the evidence.
And it's
Yeah. Just skip to Metal Gear Solid 2. It's the optimal way.
No, it's deep down. I wanted to experience the Sasuke again.
And it's a shame because the first session was all puppies and rainbows
Yeah, you guys
and asses getting blown out by bad ramen, and it was all this fun stuff. And then
I remember you guys showing me footage after the first session was
So
going up, and I was like, whoa, that looks decent.
Genuine moment when Itachi and Kisame show up for the first time, and everyone forgot that was a moment,
Yeah.
and we actually got excited again.
Yeah, well, like the jumping through the trees, and when what's-his-face shows up at the door, like,
Exactly, yeah.
you guys were so excited.
And then the filler
Those were
started,
days.
and it was.
Do you get to play the
filler
T-Rex?
episode.
Is that...
They put the TV show filler into the game.
Yeah.
Ubisoft learning all the time.
I mean, and like now, one of the best things is how much like the people are just bringing up to date Naruto things that we didn't know about in the future. And go check out this crazy fight on YouTube, and we're like, fuck, that's still really cool.
And then we're looking at the CyberConnect games, and we're like, what's going on over here?
It's like, oh, you guys are back, and we're like, we're not back in, we're not back in.
Woolie's reading it every night, though.
Fighting it.
That's all we have to say about new Naruto.
You'll know I'm back
Get outta
in.
here.
You know I'm back in when I have a headband on my backpack.
You do. Oh. This just finished like 2 days ago.
Yeah, it just finished.
What a sick, amazing game.
What a satisfying LP. So I think we talked about it in the video, but we recorded like the first half of the game, and then we got up from recording, and Matt just went, "Oh shit!" And I just went, "Well, whatever," and we lost the full first half.
But
of
it's
the game.
just gone. And like, let's just do it 4 months later.
Let's just wait it like half a year exactly, and just do
it
it
helped.
again.
It actually made it better.
We kind of forgot bits here and there, and it improved the first half for us.
Yeah, if anyone's interested, if anyone hasn't watched this LP or whatever, like, buy this game if you want like a nice little NES, slightly Castlevania thing. It was really, really good.
Yeah, no, I really enjoyed it as well. It was really nice to go through effectively a Castlevania game as like a blind LP on the channel. Because doing an actual, like doing Rondo of Blood, say I didn't know Rondo of Blood, doing it blind would be insane. I would die, I would game over so many times. It wouldn't be a good LP, But getting to actually do one completely blind was really, really enjoyable. The game doesn't have like a huge difficulty curve, so I was kind of able to slowly coast through it, except that one boss, and like that was
Except
really
minecarts.
satisfying. Except minecarts. I was really bad at the minecart section.
Yeah, it was hard.
It was hard.
What else we got? You're gonna have to speed it up. If you want to We're here to party! Bloodstorm and friends.
Oh man, yeah, no, that's fantastic. I'm so glad that we got to revisit this, and Matt decided to just crash in and eat food on our couch in the background.
I didn't actually get to it at the end of the day. Wanted to though.
But no, that definitely we had so much fun doing it that way. That's I think what we're going to be doing for possible other Souls games that might come along.
Dude, the party cave still cracks me up. When I don't remember who it was, but whoever said the party cave, I said, yeah, I know the place. Like without even knowing where it was.
And the frat house, the Bloodborne boss frat house.
Yeah.
What a fucking amazing expansion.
Yeah, and like the difficulty was there, and everything was weird and creepy, and we were all like, we were cold again. We weren't spoiled on too much, so it was a nice, fresh experience.
And people couldn't spoil you because they couldn't beat Ludwig. So it was fine.
Also, shout outs to Little V Mills. I don't know if he's here, but that dude made.
Yeah,
he made the cool Greenborn intro. That was the Kirby theme in a Bloodborne Gothic sound effect style that we used for the intro. And he was on our plane flying over here. That was super cool. What up, man? Next.
Oh, yeah.
Candidate.
Amazing work. I see Cranky's like going, I don't want to look. I don't want to look.
I put this up there as a candidate for most raw fun in an LP.
Oh man, we had such a good time blasting through like the last couple of games were a little weird because they were like longer.
They were longer, yeah.
And stuff,
And the FIFA Pinata games aren't really good for like LPing in the way we did them, but
man, what a unique LP. Where
Yeah.
It's not really like, is it a full LP?
it was nice to be able to just get fed up of games and move on to the next one, right?
Yeah.
And then we get to KI, and it's like, yeah, we get to play 5 or 6 rounds, just enough, not too many.
Let's play a little bit of classic KI. Ooh, let's stop.
Let's stop.
But yeah, I had a great time doing this with Liam. I think at the time I was like, oh my god, I'm having so much fun. I want to record more, I want to record. Did we do that all in one set? No, we did almost all of it.
We did almost all of it, and we kind of wanted to keep going, but it was late. But I really wanted to keep going.
Yeah.
I don't know when we'll ever get another like package like this.
Well, it's insane that this is the only one that is like a company celebrating all their stuff together.
Well, there used to be like Namco museums and stuff, but they're only like the arcade stuff, and then it stops.
Yeah,
whereas this goes like all the way up to Connect, which is huge.
And I mean, like, how many other Western developers have that library too to make this?
And could get it together, like
Yeah.
what exactly?
No.
Really, really cool game.
What's next? What? Wooly, no, turn that off! God damn it! No, that's not. Yeah! Thank you. I love how I just see Taka and Brendan just pop up. Oh shit! Forget that! There's Rage and Baz in the back there! Whoa!
They did.
That's so awesome. We have to kind of blast it in. We want to get everything in this panel, but like WrestleMania, it makes me sick thinking about how much work went into doing all the intros, getting all the little cameos at the start, and like at the end of the day, you kind of realize. Like that we're done on wrestling games. We've said everything we can.
There's not much left. Yeah.
And I know Wooly specifically wants it. What was the thing you want to talk about specifically that came out of WrestleMania that you really enjoyed?
The Zaibatsu Wrestling Federation video.
That was
something. That was 24 hours straight, just sitting at the end.
Non-stop work. Like him and me just built like the entire pay-per-view. Then he took it, added like shitloads of effects and all this stuff. And I popped in all the dialogue, and then it was just so. It was the most concentrated work, like in like what 3 or 4 days.
Yeah, but like
and making all the characters.
But the fact that there's that much lore to even work with, it's like
I was like, we're awesome. We have so much bullshit. Like we can do. Like
can do anything.
If WrestleMania is ever going to return, it'll return like I think in the best showing, which is that form.
Yeah, for sure.
So some indie Let's Players no one's ever heard of, they're kind enough to have us in their dinky little dungeon. It was nice of them.
We graced them with our presence.
Yeah, I hope they get some subs out of that collaboration.
You gotta remember the little guys.
To be serious though, after me and Wooly had sex with Aaron and Danny, we talked shop for a while, and you'll notice shortly after we were on this, we got tons of brand new mics that sound very similar to their setup and stuff. But we had a awesome time there, and they were really nice and just we were surprised that like wow, we're playing off each other super well despite this being the first time ever.
We were Charlie and they were Willy Wonka, and they just took us through everything, and we came out with like stars in our eyes, like, oh, okay, that's how you do it.
Yeah, if you guys have seen The Wizard, it's like Aaron invites me into like, oh, did you know that I have every amiibo ever? It's like him showing off the Power Glove for the first time. And I just look at this giant wall and this godly light hits me. And I was like, he has every amiibo ever.
This is amiibo. They're so bad.
Some of these are not released yet. That was crazy. We had a great time in LA overall. We have anything else? Oh!
Yeah! I like this intro.
Blasters, if you want to take streaming?
Streaming is a new thing we're doing, and it's awesome, and we're having so much fun doing it. It's great. We're going to be keep doing it. It's great. It's great. It's really fun. Calling out that we're going to be shooting games done slow, doing Mind Jack, and then Liam beating it in our self-proclaimed world record.
I can't believe it. I kind of can't believe we even beat it to begin with.
Due to negligence.
Due to negligence.
No one else wanted.
Yeah, exactly. We accidentally beat the game. We accidentally beat the world record. Whatever. Whatever we did.
We profited off the fact no one cares about Mind Jack.
In the credits, I think all of us were legit scared our names would show up.
I love how I got texts from one coward named Austin who kept saying, "Oh shit, you're actually beating it. You're actually no, stop. You're
Stop
lying.
doing it. Yeah.
You beat it. Oh.
Challenge accepted, motherfucker.
Challenge accepted and stomped." What else do we have? Anything else? All right. So that about does it for Let's Plays, but what is coming down the pipe, Lloyd?
What's coming out down the pipe?
The box art critique. Whoa.
Double Dragon 3, there was this week. What?
Did you scan your Double Dragon coloring book into this video?
It looks like it. So you can see that these stink lines coming off the lead triplets. This is the very often not referred to Sunny, who was only in Double Dragon 3, the arcade version. And I guess they're being attacked by a Ric Flair. Just
So that's a little sample of something. That's a little sample of me of something we're working on called the box art critique, which for this video, like the first one when we get around to finishing it, will be like all the box arts from Double Dragon, and we'll try to do similar things with similar series in the future.
You've been workshopping this for a while. So,
Yeah.
This final fight goes back a long way. In fact, two of my earliest video game memories center around Capcom's seminal beat-em-up. I first laid eyes on it in an arcade when I was brand new playing. I think at the time all I had was an Atari 2600 and an NES to keep me company. So you can imagine the impact that this beast of a machine, this Skynet of arcade cabinets, made on me at the time. I couldn't believe it. Somehow that awesome arcade game I had seen a year earlier can now be played at home. And it was arcade perfect. Except that it wasn't. Not even close. Oh my god. I only had two characters, lacked co-op, and was missing enemies, had levels. But I was stupid and I didn't know the difference. Hell, I probably wouldn't even care that much if I had known. Regardless, Final Fight made such a massive impression on me during this time period that I was able to easily dust off these recollections right now from the confines of my memory palace and to just give them to you guys today.
So that's a little video that Two Snacks found the time to do like about that amount of footage, and the rest will be like a bunch of footage of the game. So big ups to him for helping me with that. I cordially invite Woolie's Why I Like to Think Bionic Commando and Liam's Why I Like to Think.
I started working on it already.
Oh, you did? That's awesome.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know you were soliciting preview videos for this because I would have submitted one and hopefully I got approved.
Oh, okay.
I was working on Why I Like the Thing Freedom Wars.
Nice.
Why I like to think Bionic Commando is real.
Yeah, awesome. I didn't know for sure.
And that's the series, right? Yeah.
We have a couple LPs coming up.
Awesome intro. Fucking cool.
Awesome intro.
That was done by an artist friend of mine as well as an animator, Chris from Reload Last Save. That'll be me and Pat playing the director's cut of Deus Ex. I tested Deus Ex for about like a year and a half, so lots of stuff to talk about.
You did the original, and then we did the director's cut. So
Yeah, well, Pat was like, well, why don't we like do the thing we haven't seen? You know?
Exactly.
I look forward to being blamed for making the game.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
no, I'll blame myself.
Oh, good. Phew.
What else we got? That is Wooly, Pat, and myself playing the uncensored PC version of The Punisher. So look forward to that. What's it? And that is Wooly, Liam, and myself playing Twilight Princess because Pat hates Zelda.
Yeah, I think that's about it. I'm gonna try to keep in my creepy midness stuff when we record that.
I'm not.
I'm not either.
I'm like, oh, remember the power she turns into an adult? I hope we get to the end of the game soon. That's pretty awesome.
I
That
don't know how much we have for time, but
we have about 15 minutes, so we're gonna play a trivia game with you. If you guys were here last year, we will ask you questions, and we have shirts. We have about 25 questions. We're gonna blast through them though. So I'm going to see. I'm gonna give out the questions, and whichever you guys call out, whatever you see on other corners of the room. So if you win, just come over here. We'll get like as quick as possible to give you some. All right. So just raise your hand real quick, and we'll try to do this as fast as possible. What developer did Wooly, Liam, and myself all work for at the same time? No, you put your hand back down, then you put it back up. You in the back of the hat. Yeah. IDOS? Yes, IDOS. Come get your shirt. All right, cool. What was the device that appeared from the clouds at the end of Dong Dong Never Dies? Right there.
It's a Sony PSP.
Sony PSP. What is the name of the amazing secondary side character that was birthed during the Def Jam playthrough? Not Rage. In the middle there, the glasses. Pocket! Very good. Which MGS5 boss did Liam use an amazing / hilarious tactic to defeat? Quiet. Correct, sir. This is a bit tougher. What are the names of the current lineup of Aeons and FF10 LP? Yeah, you in the middle there. Yeah.
Takes away Beyonce, Rihanna, Nicki Minaj. Another one.
I think that's it. What type of animal did me and Liam constantly get attacked by in Devil's Third? Skeleton. Bats! Come get your shirt, sir. That's not funny. What is the name of the Garfield / Bloodborne crossover show mentioned in Old Hunters? Sorry? Bloodstarved Friends, correct. Which Terminator game did we play where ever so slowly Arnold slid his way out of the driver's seat of a hearse? Red shirt. You have to be slightly more specific. No, next person. Sorry. Wow. He gets it. In the back of the saw blade. Yes, correct. I like this. What gift was trending during the Zaibatsu Wrestling pay-per-view? There. The Black Gift. Which James Bond game had a nightclub bouncer that looked exactly like me? You there? Yes, correct. Get your shirt. What is the type of human rights violation that Pat, Matt, and Liam encountered during Metal Wolf Chaos? You there? White slavery it is! What was the first mystery box episode? What game? Way in the back there, yeah. Yes, sir! What is the name of the made-up waifu that wields a certain martial arts weapon mentioned in the Senran Kagura creepy anime bullshit? Sorry? Yeah, no, it's terrible. Yeah. Yes. Sorry? Yeah, close enough. Nunchaku-chan. What does katana mean? In the gray, yeah.
It means Japanese sword.
Japanese sword. Good job. What type of fighting advantage was extremely powerful in the Pretty Fighter fisticuff? You there? Bananas! Banana advantage. Oh, we're blasting through these. This is good. In which LP did Plague of Gripes make his first appearance? Red shirt. Yeah, you got. Dark Souls 2. Yes. What were the two items in Matt's bag in last year's MAGFest video? Way in the back there. Yeah. Punisher comics and alcohol. You are correct, sir. What type of dog did Pat kill in about 10 seconds in the Lakeview Cabin Collection Shitstorm video? What type of dog? Way in the back in the blue. Yeah. Pug, yes, Pat hates pugs. He actually doesn't. What's the name of the supposed Jedi Master that Matt and Pat laughed about in the Ride to Hell LP? Wait. I saw someone put up their hand in the back and then put it down. Okay, no. You there, yeah. Sorry? No. Quan Chi. Fair enough. Come get your shirt. I was looking for Quan Chi Jin. We have to go through these, so. As per the Star Fox Adventures LP, what should you yell when you find an item? You have the glasses there, then. No! Yeah, you there, yeah. What was the first game we played on Saturday morning Scrub Lords? You there, Beard? Sorry? Yes, very correct. You're the most correct you've ever been. Which of these were not special guests that did an intro to WrestleMania 2? Eruption, Mega 64, Maximilian, or Game Grumps?
Game Grumps?
Yeah, they cowered it out. What object would Pat prefer to be rather than dead? Terry Bogard. A toilet. You were
Technical second answer on that one.
and for bonus points, technicals, an auto blow. What is the name of the weird Sonic and Knuckles hybrid mentioned during the Sonic Adventure LP? Green bag there. Suckles! How many teens got killed in the Until Dawn LP? Sans? Zero! one more question, and then we have a final question. So just put your thinking caps on. The 2015 WrestleMania 2 Royal Rumble. They're the red, yeah. Yes. Hot Dog Man. All right, a final question. So you're gonna win, and then you have a choice between a prize, a shirt, or a mystery prize. What was the first HD episode of Two Best Friends Play? Seriously. Okay. Holy shit! Dead Space 2! So, would you like any shirt of your choice? As many as you want? Or do you want the mystery prize? Think carefully! Mystery prize! Now, what is it? Mega Yarn Yoshi! Good stuff. The original prize was going to be the Poison Bashojo statue. Unfortunately, MAGFest, none of the vendors had it, so yeah. Well, you got Mega Yarn Yoshi. We have about 4 minutes left for Q&A. Really sorry, you guys, but if anyone just wants to shout, just put up their hand, we'll just try to go through as many as we can. You there, blue shirt? Yeah.
Go ahead.
One day for Friday Night Disco, you played a game called Under Night in Birth.
Yeah.
Under Night in Birth. What was that subtitle?
Under Night in Birth. UNL subtitle.
Under Night in Birth, EXE late.
Excellent. No, but it has another bit. There's another bit that we can't.
Wait, what?
Yeah, there's a paragraph. There's a whole paragraph.
Thousand Night, Recurrence Night, Reverie and Fight, and open bracket, 7 Days Immortal, close bracket, Unreal Black Thing.
Come get a fucking shirt!
You got a shirt, yeah. Everyone come out. Really?
Yes, I know.
This changes everything.
And I told him that, but we said, fuck it. It's funnier this way.
Fuck the code.
Does anyone have any questions? You there in Donkey Kong shirt? Did I get my what?
Did you get that pizza you wanted?
I did. We did eat a pizza.
You
Yes.
got a sick, delicious pizza.
I believe so.
That guy waving his hands first, and then you. Yeah, you.
Am I gonna beat Reboot? Did I stop? Pick there.
What is that story?
On the PS1.
Saturn. It's Pantheon Saturn.
Remember?
No.
No. Go ahead. Use it.
You have a story about
I don't remember. I'm sorry. Cool. Thank you. Sorry. Yeah. Wait in the back there. What's up? Yeah. You.
When Jet Set Radio.
Jet Set Radio is me eating ice cream to calm myself down after I beat Reboot. Team Rocket.
Where's Spider-Mania 2?
Okay. Team Rocket this time.
My friends couldn't be here. At least big fans. So can you say, "Poor Eric Gonorrhea, suck it"?
Do it.
I didn't even hear the first.
Gonorrhea, suck it. I don't know what that is.
What's up, dude?
What's an esoteric fact for MAGFest 2016?
It's the best con ever. Hey. Deadpool there.
How do you guys feel about Detroit?
Detroit what? Detroit what? Detroit, baby. We are gonna try to make you Macon in Detroit. We'll try.
I thought he was asking you about the game, Detroit.
Oh, what do you mean?
David Cage.
It's Detroit.
We're excited.
I'd rather go to Detroit. That's how I feel about it.
I'm all on board for cyborg racism. What's up? You, sir. Yeah, finger gloves.
What the hell is the Nox Nagaba? And the Dagabong and 2?
No one knows what the Nox Nagaba and the Gagabong and 2 means. You there. John Trump. You look a little like him. That's a good thing.
We've got Woolen versus Daigo. We've got Daigo versus Lupe. Win, Lupe!
Lupe versus Woolen. That motherfucker is dodging me. Dude, we gotta do that.
I think we have time for like 2 more questions. How about blue shirt in the back there? Yeah.
Why won't you talk about dog con?
Dog cunt, dog cunt, dog cunt, dog cunt, dog cunt.
We talked about Dog Con the podcast. It was just a con that had a bit more than a couple of dogs. That's it.
There were no people. It was sick.
And one final question, Sons.
Okay.
Oh, of course, dude. More like what's week of Clay Fighter.
Yeah, if anyone likes them, we also have Shadow Jago.
Killer Instinct mouth covers. And we're just gonna throw them out, so come get them.
Throw them at our feet! Simple times!
Fight like the filthy animals you are.